Good afternoon. Welcome to the Pasig City Sports Center for today's second game. It's the Ombudsman Graft Busters up against the Judiciary Magis in the 2018 UNTV Cup Executive Face-Off. Let us now meet the protagonists. Give it up first for your Ombudsman Graft Busters. Number 1, Assistant Ombudsman Wayo Mark Ryan Lyson. Number 3, Attorney Rodel Casal. Number 5, Attorney Raymond Rafael. Number 9, Attorney Albert Almoela. Number 10, Attorney George Espinal. Number 18, Attorney Rainer Sadsan. Number 20, Attorney Akil Tamano. Number 21, Director Nikki Laure. Number 23, Attorney Armando Sanchez Jr. And number 24, Attorney Alan John Atienza. Your head coach is Ricky Alcantara. Assistant coach is Ferdy Quintana. Now make some noise for your Judiciary Magis. Number 1, it's the Honorable Court Administrator, Midas Marquez. Number 3, the Honorable Judge, Jacob Montesa II. Number 10, the Honorable Deputy Court Administrator, Raul Villanueva. Number 11, Joey Yabut. Number 14, the Honorable Judge Manuel Gerard Toma Cruz. Number 19, Attorney Romulo Paras Jr. Number 21, Attorney Reginald Bacolor. Number 23, the Honorable Judge Ian Ramoso. Number 24, the Honorable Judge Wendell Ramitere. Number 25, Attorney Joji Villanueva. Number 33, Dindo Sevilla. And number 41, the Honorable Judge Michael Benedict Aleta. Their head coach is Warden Ibanez. Assistant coaches are Chester Colombia and John Bergonio. Let's first call out the starters of your Ombudsman Graft Busters. At guard number 10, George Espinal. The other guard number 23, Armando Sanchez. At center number 9, Albert Almoela. At forward number 1, Ryan Lyson. In the other forward, number 20, Akil Tamano. Check out now the starters of your Judiciary Magis. At guard number 1, Midas Marquez. The other guard number 10, Raul Villanueva. At center number 19, Romulo Paras. At forward number 11, Joey Yabut. In the other forward number 14, Gerard Toma Cruz. Officiating this ball game are Eric Viray, Erwin Traballo, and Alfie Cruz. UNTV Cup Executive Face-Off, ang Liga ng Public Servants.
Bago natin iagis yung bola sa ere, go Ryan.
Right, maraming salamat, Seb. Kasama ko ngayon ang coach ng Ombudsman Graft Busters, Coach Ricky Alcantara. Coach, in the first quarter or the early quarters po ng game ninyo against the GSIS, medyo nakitaan natin na medyo naghahabol sila ng hangin at may konting miscoordination. Ano po kaya, Coach, na naging problem po doon?
Naging problema lang kasi finish ko sila doon sa doon sa gagawin namin depensa. That's the first time talaga na mula start pa lang hanggang sa matapos yung game, nag-trap na kami. Kasi sabi ko sa kanila, gawin na natin to right now para if ever na dumating tayo sa mas crucial na game, may uhugutin tayong depensa. So nakita ko makaya naman talaga namin GSI that time. Ang gusto ko lang mangyari, makita ko na kung ano yung pwede kong adjustment doon sa gagawin namin, mga traps namin.
With that adjustment, also Judiciary Magis is a very tough team and experienced na po sila and they are very deadly po sa 3-point line. Ano po yung in-advise nyo sa mga players na gagawin this time?
Sabi ko lang sa mga player ko, especially doon sa mga shooter nila, na we cannot be late on them. Then doon sa mga big man nila, kailangan we have to meet them early. Hindi ayoko mangyari na nandun na shaded lane sa kadidepensa. Ang gusto ko, papunta pa lang, linalagyan na dinidepensa namin right away. Binabody-body na namin yung mga big man. So yung mga sinabi ko sa kanila.
Very clear, Coach, and maraming salamat. Good luck po sa game. Coach Ricky Alcantara po ng Ombudsman Graft Busters. And update na rin tayo, Seb, mabilis lang sa Judiciary Magis. Sabi ni Coach Warren Ibanez nung nakausap ko siya, sinabi niya that they are complete, physically fit, and no injuries. And maganda ang pinakita nila sa practice. And for sure, makakasabay sila sa Ombudsman ngayon dahil nag-training sila more on running. At lagi sinasabi sa kanyang mga players na magsipag ito. Back to you, Seb.
Okay, maraming salamat Ryan at tingnan natin kung kaninong investment sa practice ang mag-reap ng benefits dito. So far, no points have been, meron yatang 1 point na na-register ang Ombudsman.
Galing sa isang free throw nitong si Espinal.
Yeah, in point guard. Ito, hindi out of 4 attempts, wala pang na-shoot ang kupunan ng Korte Suprema.
Ang bilis ng white shirts laban sa pangkat at veteran experience ng Judiciary. Ang ating tapatan ngayon, Espinal nailing all the first 3 points in the initial quarter para sa Ombudsman.
Lamang sa experience, sa height, pero mukhang maganda energy nitong Ombudsman today.
Laging mabilis siya mga yan, laging preparado dahil tama naman si Coach Ricky kung maglatag ng kanyang plano, talagang buong-buo, laging kompleto.
That is a hard drive to the basket. Does not work for Tamano. Alam mo to, no? Dalawang core. Hindi ko matiyak kung ang Ombudsman prosecutor lang o may korte rin sila. Gandang tanong yun. Ano? Samantala, first basket of the Judiciary courtesy of Toma Cruz.
Who had 10 first quarter points in that 108-50 win versus GSIS last week. A game wherein we saw Ramitere score 30 points on a 15 of 17 shooting clip.
Our ball game, seeing many attempts here in the early goings. 5 points alone have been scored. Marquez has had 2 attempts. No delivery. Nobody in the wings. And there's a good steal by Tamano, but it rolls away.
Not completed.
Yun yung umaraw. Nabutan ko.
Last week. Last month?
20 years ago.
Oh, last decade.
Last 2 decades ago. Yabot. No. Ang daming attempts ng Judiciary sa labas and another turnover hurting the Ombudsman.
That is top of mind para dito sa Ombudsman. Push the offense of the the Magis away from the basket. But take a close look, of course, at the deadly sniper na si Midas Marquez.
Na laging nakapwesto doon sa kanto.
At hinahanap ni Joey Abot.
Foul away from ball. Number 1 yata ang foul.
Lyson.
And coming in the ball game for the first time will be Alan John Atienza, an officer in the Graft and Investigation Prosecution Office. Libre. Hindi umubra yung tira na yan, and it's in the hands of Almuela. Here's Atienza trying to map out strategy. Sanchez launches from the wing. Hard on the air, and Toma Cruz is there for the rebound.
Both teams missing.
Badly. Marquez with the up fake. Sends it to Villanueva. Paras. Shot clock down to 10. Here's Marquez. Lets it fly. No.
Marquez starting out this contest 0 out of 3.
Atienza down the middle.
2 out of 6. Graft Busters 1 of 7. Judiciary Magis 1 against 4 for Yabut. Not there.
Tulog na tulog yung opensa ng Judiciary. Ano? Walang zing.
Pero preparado naman daw sila, di ba? Ensayado.
Pero iba yung nakaka-shoot ka. Kailangan maka-layup sila.
Maka-free throw.
Maka-free throw. Atienza and company are down to 4 seconds of the shot clock, and that's traveling.
Good close out by Midas Marquez to force the turnover. Is this a 4-man substitution?
And I think because of the strategy to stay running, they will need fresh people on the floor.
Mukhang sakto 10 lang talaga player sila, no? Platoon substitution.
Don't you love that? Sigurado makakalaro ka.
Oo naman. That's only what?
Diba? Nagbihis ka.
Mahirap labahan yung di masyado napawisan.
O di huwag mo nang labahan.
Wag.
Huwag mo nang labahan. Joey Yaba tries to give them some production. No success. And the rebound taken away by Laure.
This is a nice spotlight that we can put on Laure and Joey Abot, the 2 most efficient players in this competition for me.
And Joey trying to set up the table here. They're really trying to get it to go to Marquez. And Toma Cruz ends up with a step.
Unforced turnover. Unwilling to take that high post attempt. Call for extra step.
Tira. Ano masasabi mo sa shoes ni Ricky Alcantara?
Hindi na ko pa tinitignan pati jacket.
Ay, yung jacket. nakita mo?
World Cup na World Cup.
Yan.
Ole.
Ano pa nga kayo ni Eric World Cup na World Cup?
Napupuyat nga ako dyan.
Ako inaantay ko na. Alam ko nang mapupuyat ako. Atienza takes it away. Toma Cruz pass, really no direction. And the counter steal on the other end. It's 2 against 4. No shot, really.
0-5 start for Naidas Marquez.
Atienza mukhang setting up for a 3. Here's Casal.
I haven't seen much of Casal. First time that I'm seeing him in active duty. I may be wrong because I've missed some games already. But this is the first 3-point basket for Graft Busters for a 6-point lead in this blistering start.
Pagbaba pa lang, alam mo nang dun siya pupunta eh. And finally, a short inside development for Toma Cruz.
That is the domain ng Judiciary. Inside game. Shots within the restricted zone. First 2-pointer coming from the honorable judge, Toma Cruz.
Si Joey, yabot lang hindi honorable yata. Swap.
Aba,
In another sense.
yes.
Parang iba, no? Talagang
Kuko.
pumasa sa bar.
Oo.
Tagal nag-aaral. Paras. Yan, abogado din yan. Ito, Marquez. Hirap ng tira na yun.
Sipin mo, no? Sentro nila si Laure, no?
Siya ng mga atake, oh. And, ay! Nailang.
That's why coaches always tell you to use the board.
Ano yun eh, no? Porsyento yun eh. Kung ginamit mo yung board eh.
4-point run. Counter blitz coming from the Judiciary after being behind earlier at 8-2.
Yan, pag nag-coach ka ng high school or college,
Mandatory.
extra strict yan. Nakita ko pala tatay mo kagabi.
Saan?
Coach Badolato.
Pinoy?
Oo, sa screen. Hindi nagbabago yung tsura.
Bakit siya?
Ewan.
Pare-pareho ka ng Larayas.
Okay. Pag nakita ka, patay ka na naman.
Muy simpatiko.
Pag nakita ka ng patay ka na naman.
Hindi niya ako makikita.
Ang araw, no?
Sa dilim.
Ang araw, nung nagko-cover tayo ng college, ang gugulo talaga, no? Talagang tinawag ako nun.
Malapit ko na naman makita si Coach Ato. Sa birthday na naman siya.
Required ba kayo dun?
Hindi naman sa required. Inimbita namin yung sarili na.
Hindi na kayo kakausapin for like in the video. Our ball game is now tied. Medyo umiscore na. Finally, ang Judiciary Sabsio, kailangan layup. Yes, Casali hit that 3 earlier. Laure looking for assistance. Espinal swings it to the other end.
Meron yan, may press yan.
No. Ball is loose. Ang ganda ng energy ng Ombudsman actually.
Ang laki nung nakalaan eh. A chance to get the twice to beat edge. Against probably the same team kung sakasakali.
Oo nga, no? Warren Ibanez, who works for the judiciary, at the judiciary, is calling the shots. But Joey Abbott is the main mentor for...
Nawala si Coach Dennis
Ay,
Balaso.
ang siya today, nakita ko.
Talaga?
Umupo dyan.
Ayun.
That will not work. Laure claims it. Cross-court pass. Espinal. You know, despite the struggle, Judiciary's defense is airtight to that zone. That's a neat shot.
And Sanchez will be critical to the campaign of the Ombudsman, the master of the mid-range. A high percentage player as well, nailing his first basket to stop the 6-0 counter run ng Judiciary and erase at least a 3-minute scoring drought para sa kanila.
Tagal yung score, ano? And the shot clock becoming a problem.
Parehong disiplinadong teams, eh, no?
Sobra. Ooh, just an inch short. Marquez claims it from before going out. He's in battle in the corner. Creates the situation. Had the shot. Nothing there. Ito si Ramoso. Galing kumuha ng rebound ito. but it ended up with a forced shot. Here's Sanchez. Espinal fires. No.
Rebound, ano?
Para siyang Scotty Thompson. May nose
Oh,
sa
Scotty
paso.
Pippen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Joey Abbott's intended pass goes astray. He knew it. Paras will now move out. Sevilla enters for the first time.
Napanood ko si Lyson dahil mukhang yung family niya nasa likod siya. Kasama niya yung mga sons niya.
Mukhang isang barangay.
Oo, nakakatuwa eh.
Bukid siya.
Nung umupo si Daddy, nandun din yung mga anak niya. Yun ang importanteng tanong.
Kahit dyan. Sana manalo, sabi niya. Masaya. Oh! In the meantime, Ramoso with a tap on the ball. Here's a heave. Because that was the shot because the clock was already expiring. Boy, we have a very low score, coach.
Right. Defensive-oriented game. And this is exactly what the two coaches ordered for the respective players, and that's why 18 points in the first quarter combined 2-point lead para dito sa Ombudsman Graft Busters.
Okay, welcome to the second quarter. We ended with only 18 points being accounted for in that first quarter.
Last week, si Pamacus had 10 of his 12-point output for the entire game. 10 in the first quarter alone.
Sanchez, I agree with you completely. Both teams trying to play discipline ball as it was rehearsed. Stamina na lang ang issue rito.
Iba ito sa adjustments ng dalawang coach. Dahil sa game plan na ginuhit nila pareho, well-matched.
Here's Espinal, who looks like a fleet-footed athlete. That is a neat block, solid, and the shot clock expired.
Once again, defending without fouling. Magandahan din naman dito sa Ombudsman, hindi titira ng alanganin. Pipilitin din may dikit. So even if that shot clock expired, they don't take a bad shot. They can go down and defend, face their opponents. It's all about being disciplined at all times and knowing kung ano ang gusto at kung ano ang ginuhit ng mga coaches sa kanilang mga game plans.
Wendell Kobe Ramitere is on the floor. See?
30-point game last weekend.
Talaga?
Yes. 108. 30 out of the 108 points against GSIS. 108.50 was the final count. Fist daw, sabi ni Espinal, wearing throwback shorts.
Oo nga. May ganyan ka pa?
Marami.
Nung una ka sa Shell, ganyan ko. Oh! Ganyan ka rin! Umaraw!
3 points in the first quarter, 3 points in the second quarter. Leading scorer right now 4. Graft Busters with a total of 6 of the first 13 points. And this is again a 5-0 run para sa team ng Ombudsman.
Good line. Ako, tapos lang. Ganda ng linya. Good start by the Ombudsman.
Natural guard itong sa Espinal, no?
Oo. Katawan, utak, disposisyon.
Ito parang midfielder to kung saan eh.
Oo, kung football. Tapikan, yes, it will go to the Violets. And we've got a new face on the floor for the Judiciary, number
Bacolor.
21, si Reginald Bacolor. Midas Marquez is kept on the floor. Just keep sweating, sir. Might finally hit the pay dirt there. Wala, walang energy.
Sa makatira ng libre.
Walang nagsiseta. Wala si Warren. Wala yung, di ba, yung mga gwardiya na magagaling ng Team A.
Normally, pag nakatakbo sila, coming off bad shots, may bihirang tumira ng alanganin itong Ombudsman. Eh.
Correct.
Laging tutukan eh.
Oh, banggaan. Ayaw. Rebound battle. Tamano and company. Sanchez was by Ramos.
Rare do you find Ramoso being out of position.
Naipit eh.
Out position by a smaller counterpart.
Naipit sa balasa tapos yung talbog ng bola off the ring. Iba ang basa niya. Joey Abot returns and pulls out Midas Marquez. They need a point of attack run. Wala silang producer. Sanchez hit a shot earlier.
See, Joey Abbott has been playing outside against that zone defense. Let's see if they'll try to push him deeper because right now he's in the 3 spot on offense. Even in their half-court defense, na nasa tuktok, meaning the perimeter spot.
Sanchez with a decent hand, a shooting hand that is. Knocking in the 2 charities, they lead by 7. Judiciary has yet to score dito sa second. That will not materialize. The follow-up by Laison off the mark. Espinal can fire but decides to pass off. Laison looking for assistance. Espinal recovers. 2 seconds of the shot clock. Problema.
Coach Ricky will take that as long as they'll be able to align defensively. High score game situation always has to be a constant. When you talk about players, look out.
Alam mo, idadagdagan ko dyan natin yung kuminsan sa NBA as that works. Lalo na sa endgame, you have to be conscious of the number of timeouts also.
Of course.
Diba? Lalo na yung point guards. In the meantime, that shot from the corner, finding smart. Look at this, Wendell Remitere, and his landing spot was interfered.
I like the reaction. It's all about business, all in a day's work.
Ano? Sila tayo, everyday basketball. Lalo na ikaw siguro.
O kaya?
Ikaw kaya? Okay. Teka muna. Ang gusto kong punto, sila they look forward to these weekends. Kasi makakalaro sila ng tournament. Covered on television.
Makakalaro, period. Makakatulong, period.
Oh, look at this Sanchez with a corner connection.
Master of the short corner, the mid-range artist. 4. Let me check that to be sure. 6-4 Sanchez. Tying Espinal 6. That's 12 of their first 17.
Hindi na maarte yung tira. Esparas is surrounded. Sama ng ball movement ng
Hindi pa
Judiciary.
sila tumatama sa labas.
Oh, Espinal. Knock that down.
8 for Espinal. 14 when we talk about Espinal and Sanchez as a duo. Si Laure ang hindi pa kumakamada. But they're still ahead by a total of 8 points. And here in the quarter, it's 9-3.
It's their small lineup.
Wala silang big hit.
Yeah, it's only Laure actually. Actually, si Laure hindi pa nga ganun katangkad eh. Tingnan mo eh. Compared to Paras and Toma Cruz. But there's a nice energy. Pag-warm up pa lang. Kita mo na yung Ombudsman playing with a mission here today.
May sistema eh, no?
Here's Rafael. The ball going through his fingertips. The pass goes nowhere.
Saktan si
Sino yung
Mikel Laure. Hindi ko alam kung bewang o likuran. Nabagsakan niya yung siko niya. He's in pain.
Alam mo, when you're older, it's more painful.
Feeling ko nung fumla siya from the weak side, yung balakang.
Tingnan natin kung
Ayan, fa-flash siya sa weak side. Ayan, babanggaan sila.
nadiinan ni Ramoso. Yung wrong footing. Diba? Actually, hindi ni Ramoso, hindi mo madiin eh. Wrong footing, pumlakda tuloy. Wow, stretcher.
This is the top player para kay Coach Ricky Alcantara.
And probably their lone source of strength inside. This may take a little while.
Hindi makapihit eh.
Okay, if we can, let's take a short break and we will return to the Pasig Sports Center right after this. We'll be right back. And you're back with us here, so we've taken Laure to the locker room probably. And
We hope he's able to recover.
yeah, looking at that, the slow-mo, also parang natapilok din eh. Even before the contact with Ramoso. As Sanchez and Atienza work the perimeter.
That's a surprise 3-ball coming from Atienza, but a welcome development for a team which has been in the lead since the start of this contest. Biggest advantage.
Yeah, and with a 12-3 run here.
Right. Open up the second. Walang makakuha rito sa outside shooters ang Magis.
Parang ano, no? Naka-cover lahat.
Ganda nung ganda nung zone alignment. But
Yeah.
more than that, nakatapat eh.
Okay, there's an update on Laure from Ryan.
Alright, maraming salamat, Sev. And ngayon, update lang tayo kay Attorney Nicky Laure. Ang sabi sa akin ni Doc Borge, nag-twist daw yung left knee at hindi daw makalakad. And sabi rin ni Doc Borge, meron siyang muscle strain and not sure if makakabalik sa game. That talagang iniinda pa rin hanggang ngayon ni Attorney Nicky Laure. Back to you, Sev.
Sige.
Tuhod.
Baka, yun nga eh, nung pumihit, nung pumoste pa lang eh. Nung pinasa ang bola, nadaganan pa siya. Okay, that drive earlier by Sansa did not connect. And it's 22-11 here in the second.
Joey Abbott continues to play the point forward position para sa kanilang team. Triple post offense pala sila.
At saka alam mo, Ronnie, they're missing the little guys eh. Yung, they have nice height with this group. But you miss the, Julius Caesar,
Ay, nasa team A. Ay, nasa coaching staff na yan. Si Enriquez,
si Borgonio ba yun?
Percoaño,
Percoaño. In the meantime, a short stab by Toma Cruz was also fouled. That's why he's at the bonus line. Nobody there for the rebound for the Judiciary. They were hoping that Toma Cruz would nail it.
bola na sana nila yun, no?
Yeah. There's 24 against 24. Atienza on Ramitere. Sa Southern Company.
Tatlo na lang ang natitira sa bench ng
They snap.
Ombudsman.
Traveling. Masyado mabigat yung pagkawala ni Laure.
Bigat kasi 4 na posisyon ang kayang laruin mo.
Now, opportunity for the DOJ to harvest while Laure is out of this game. Sabi nga ni Ryan, doubtful because nobody is offering body or size against the tall men of the Judiciary.
Catch and turn, no problem for Paras. Lead down to 7 from a high of 11.
And the quarters down to its last 3:45. Casal!
Oh, yes.
Another delivery from three-point country.
Making a reintroduction after nailing his first 3-ball earlier in the first. 6 in the game para kay Casal.
It's the goggles, my friend.
Why
It's
not?
the goggles.
With your better vision,
Sanchez pushing hard.
Oy.
Oh, lost control of his dribble.
hihira mangyari kay Sanchez yan.
Because he was looking for somebody to pass to. Ramitera looking for an angle.
Grabe
got
naman
it.
yun.
Got it to go.
Tumalon, bumitin, lumampas, binanda. Ramitero continues to impress.
Parang pag-take off, wala pa siyang angulo nun. Ano?
Ginagawa niya ng lumilipat ang gang eh. Siguro mahina kumain to.
Judge yan, pare.
Ha?
Judge yan.
Oh, hindi, kasi ako malakas kumain. Hindi ako makalipat.
Hindi ka judge eh. Yabut, side step, gets into crawl, and what a run by the Judiciary. Forcing Ricky Alcantara to press the timeout buzzer. Their offense has suddenly stalled here. Watch this as Joey Yabut does a side step. And on target. Back in a moment. Okay. Little argument over the last situation. But possession will go to the Ombudsman. Still leading. 5-second violation. Mukhang natama ka. Mukhang naglalaro sa Portugal or sa Argentina. Itong si Espinal. Pangalan pa lang. World Cup na.
Si senyor.
That will not work. Paras. Ang foul sa ilalim.
Yan ang unti-unti na nilang nararamdaman yung pagkawala ni
Laure.
Sec Laure, Nicky Laure.
Kakagirian na sa loob. Kumikikin na yung laro. Warning na naman. Inbound.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
pito Nadinig akong pito.
Yung pito was for the inbound play. That's a mental lapse on the part of the Magis.
Oo. Oo, no?
They have to keep their mind on what is happening inside.
Oo. Hindi officiating laps yun. Player laps yun.
Liwanag, clear as day.
We have a timeout.
Reviving chivalry. The newsmen of UNTV News and Rescue.
Okay. Action continues, if it ever continues.
It will.
Medyo nangyayari sa laro yan. Wala yung focus. 8 na naman bang. Marquez wants to shoot. Got it. Got it, Midas.
That's redemption for Midas Marquez. First 3-point basket for Marquez. And that will give them point number 22 in this 14-point quarter para sa kanila.
First basket. Marquez. Paras is, ito na, nagkiki na yung laro Ronnie. Tamano. Tamano and Paras getting entangled here. Nagkakasimplihan kasi. Ganda ng first quarter. Ang bilis, ano? Magalang yan.
Laban eh. Dahil lang sa isang tawag kanina doon, yung konting, ano?
Oo, ito tingnan mo sa ilalim ng basket. Tinulak ni Tamano.
Hindi, pero siniko kasi ni Paras.
Ganun ba?
Oo, siniko niya sa play. That was just
Reaction.
reaction, yes.
The second motion.
Right. Nang dumaan sa kanya, siniko ni Paras, palsek.
So, ang hirap magdesisyon dito sa isang senaryo na may technical, ano?
Kailangan.
Oo.
Ang masakit, kung tawagan ng technical, si Tamano.
Pero nagngitian naman yung dalawa ngayon. Okay ba, Brad? Okay ba, Brad? Tingnan na. Siya. Back to basketball. Ilan bang time natitira? 1:37.
97 seconds left.
Iba relo mo.
Kasi kasi kwan.
Hala. Yung pasa, lumusot kay Toma Cruz. Toma Cruz, akala ko uwi na.
Stairs drill yun.
Oo, ganun ba yan? Sanchez, Tamano, and a ball picked up by Marquez. Two people on him. Paras, lead pass. Oh, great breakup by Espinal, who rubs it against Ramitere, and they'll get the ball.
Natutuwa ako dito sa isang manonood sa side ng Ombudsman. Very animated.
Sino?
Nagre-react sa bawat play, pero very positive yung kanyang mga reaction. At nakikita mo, tensyonado siya.
Nasaan siya?
Sa likod ni Ryan.
Alisin natin si Ryan.
Wag! Yan ang liwanag dito.
Nga pala. Yun yung babae.
Right.
Sanchez, air ball,
Yeah.
reverse. No. There's a grappling for the ball. Rafael could be guilty of a foul.
Not a good foul. The free throws coming up.
Sa tension niya, hindi siya makaupo. No, nanood yan. Hindi siya makaupo.
Natatawa nga ako kanina pa eh.
Ayun siya. Nakaluhod na sa likod mo, Ryan. Yung babae sa likod mo. Ayan. Nag-cheer sa likod mo. Second free throw. Drops in. Our ball game is at 27-23. Closer now than what was about 3 or 4 minutes back. 40 seconds remaining.
Opening na ng NCAA, ha?
Oo. And,
Ayan, no?
corner connection.
5 points for Atienza. A triple and a short corner jumper gives the restores a 6-point lead for them. 11 was the highest at 22-11.
Yabot and Corks. No. Alam mo yung Ombudsman may 4 na scorer. From Espinal, Atienza, Sanchez at yung si Casal kanina. Sanchez libre. Wow!
Extended range for Sanchez, a defensive rebound and a 3-point basket will give them a 9-point lead to end the first 20 minutes.
And our first half drops at 32-23. Important battle for the race for position here in the executive face-off. Okay, umpisahan po natin itong third period. Kay Ryan muna tayo kasama si Warren Ibanez.
Salamat sa kasama natin yung Coach Warren Ibanez ng Judiciary Magis. Coach, low energy and mukhang walang masyadong focus ang Judiciary. What seems to be the problem, Coach? And what did you tell your players to turn the favor on your side?
Sinabi ko naman sa kanila na kung anong ginagawa ng kalaban namin ng Ombudsman, dapat ganun din ang ginagawa namin. Tumakbo kasi naglalakad kasi kami. Kumbaga, siguro pagod, hindi ko masabi. Pero dapat medyo aggressive kami ngayon dapat sa halftime.
Okay, Coach, and there are no assurance po na babalik ang kanilang leading scorer na si Attorney Nikki Laure. How will you manage the team para maiwasan yung magkainitan sila, most especially on the last quarter?
sinasabi ko, lagi look at yung big man nila, big man namin. Kasi high advantage namin eh. Yun lang.
Maraming salamat, Coach. Good luck po sa game. Coach Warren Ibanez ng Judiciary Magis. Back to you, Seth.
Thank you very much, Ryan. And our ball game is at 34 to 23. Both teams spent a lot of time in the dressing room or the locker room before stepping back onto the court. Kasi siguro maraming pinag-usapan. Espinal, hirap ng tira na yung walang pinagtahan. Sanchez, our Heart of a Champion feature earlier. There was a foul, and I think Sanchez is going to shoot charities.
It was a poor closeout on the second quarter para sa Judiciary. I felt that in the last 2 and 29 of the second period, they lost composure.
Their minds were going everywhere.
They felt they were getting the wrong end of the course, and eventually they even surrendered one possession, gave the ball up to their opponent, and they were outgunned in that sequence. Fortunately for them, Midas Marquez hit a 3-ball, but eventually their rally came up short, and they entered this third quarter down by 9, and now they're behind by 12 after the first minute and a half of this third quarter.
Sanchez continues to have a steady hand. He has 14 points.
Mahirap pasagin ng zone defense nila, no?
Ang sikip, ano?
Oops.
Lyson with the foul.
Useless foul. I think that's a foul that stemmed from that second quarter foul by Parason, Tamano.
Here's Marquez inside to Toma Cruz. Villanueva momentarily. Oh, great pass. That went through.
I was about to say that was a dangerous play.
Pero parang alam niya darating
He
doon.
was able to thread the needle. That was the first basket, first field goal para sa Judiciary.
And it's a 10-point affair, 35 to 25. As Almuela is embattled. He's guilty of a double dribble here.
That's good defense para kay Toma Cruz.
Ako yung philosophy ko lagi dahil dapat lapitan mo. Niantay mo yung pasa, hindi dadating yung pasa.
Hit the ball, no?
Hit the ball. Salubungin mo as coaches often say, Joey from 15, that bounces out.
Not the same Joey Abbott that's so used to. He's about a 24-point scorer and a 10-rebounder player every game.
Marquez, wild shot, but he really gains it. He's looking for somebody to pass to. Joey Abbott recovers it, uses some, but he lost it. Gulang, counter gulang. Lyson. No. You're right about the lady behind the bench.
Nakatuwa, di? Parang ang pinsan needles eh. Saka yung actuation shot mannerism niya, nakakatuwa.
Parang college vibes.
Yes.
Parang, di ba? Go Tigers or something.
Hindi ka nadadala ng tambol eh. Pag nanood siya ng December dito, tayo magdadala sa pam.
Up. Paras with a running shot. And that lead is now trimmed down to 8.
The back line still holds. Inside game for Team Judiciary and running game and short range baskets para dito sa Ombudsman.
Warren Ibanez pointed out to Ryan he was concerned about their energy. Marquez is wide open. Ooh, it rattled out. It's on the ground. That's a foul of Villanueva.
The perimeter players of the Graft Busters are not only full of energy but very athletic. Sanchez, Espinal, and of course the fallen Sec Nicolauren.
Mahirap mag-referee dito. Puro abogado. Lahat aamal.
Mahirap mag-referee, period.
Alam ko na ako. Pero lalo na sa abogado.
Period.
Hindi ka nag-ambisyon mag-abogado.
Lahat yan yung ambisyon ko. Pero maaga yung realization ko.
At yan Atienza stepping into the box. Ano na-realize?
Iba yung binigay sa akin na talento ng Panginoon.
Okay.
Tinanggap ko naman agad.
Okay.
Oh.
Mabuti naman ang nangyayari sa'yo. Uy, kahirap ng angulo na yun. Wala lang pinuntahan yung tira.
Ganda ng pasa. Unfortunately,
Di abutan.
Ara-
Umaraw.
Sanchez.
Yan yung numaraw pass.
yan. Kahapon.
Sanchez, Atienza, Ali.
Wow. 8 for Atienza. But one man down. Bouncing up. Is Sanchez.
Sanchez nasaktan.
Mukhang nasaktan sa ayaw nating matamaan. Sikmura.
Below the belt. Below the belt. Pinalitan muna si Sanchez. Ano sabi ng bata tayo dyan? Talon mo. Talon.
Talon, totoo yan.
Tingnan natin kung masisilip natin.
Ay, ang sakit.
Sumabit siya. Pero ang ganda ng tira ni Atienza. Gisan lamang. 5.5 to play. Paras. This is Montesa. No. Walang consistency in outside shooting ng Judiciary, no?
Right now, they are 1 out of 12.
Wow. Dito sa quarter.
Rather from the 3-ball all game long. 5 3-point baskets ng kalaban.
Sinalo. Atienza, libre, gunda ng linya. Tapos lang.
Masyado lang malayo.
Oo.
Agaw na naman.
Casal. Nanggugulo. Montesa. Great steal by Atienza.
Ganda na lang ang ni Atienza.
Oo, no? Sadsad. Short range. No. Ramoso. Ito yung sinasabi mo nakakapagod. Up, down. Montesa, 3. Yabut. Ramoso. Foul by Casal. Para si Casal na yun. Alala mo yung sino yung Napi professor.
Sino doon?
Si Robin Williams. Actually, second version na yan. Kung in-invent yung flower. Basketball ang ending na nun. Basketball ang ending na nun.
Ang huli ka kasi napanood yung Incredibles.
Riot din yun.
Yung 1, ha? So, 12 years ago na yun. Susme.
Asan na yung pagkain natin? Hindi na bumalik dito.
Alin doon?
Ewan ko dyan sa mga yan. Nagmamagandang loob lang ako. Hindi na bumalik.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's better to be kind than to be right. Napanood ko rin si Incredibles. Last week.
Last week. Delayed ka sa sine mo ngayon.
Parating nga eh.
Wala ka pang Ocean's 8. Ano?
Hindi ko pa nga napanood. Ocean's 30.
Yung tira na yun ni Sadsad, medyo malayo. 422.
Medyo masama ang microwave ko.
Ito si Kamiteri.
Oy.
Ito Atienza, dami ng pulot nito. Casal getting into 3-point shooting position. But Atienza has other ideas. It's the edge of the board. It'll go the other way. Medyo strategy is collapsing here.
Well, unless they talking about para sa akin, Team Judiciary, they have to find outside baskets. Mainit na lahat kay Casal, eh, no?
Kasi,
Alam ko kung bakit.
bakit?
Nasasakal niya yung pinapantayan mo. Kasi
Saka,
mababa siya eh.
at saka peste siya.
No, pag tumama ka sa kanya, ang feeling mo, sinaktan ka niya kasi sakto, tamo, kung saan kanya tatamaan.
Libre. Ay, kapos. Ito si Casal, nakuha yung rebound. Takbo. Atienza, yan yung pasa nung araw. Marquez, kanina pa niya gusto yung tira niya. Ayaw lang makisama sa kanya. Marquez tries to get back into shooting position. Ramitero to Paras. Paras attacks. 6 seconds on the shot clock. There's a foul.
I don't know about that call.
Okay, Ryan.
Alright, thank you, Seb. Update lang ulit tayo kay Attorney Nikki Laura. Nakausap ko ang Use and Rescue team natin. Ang final diagnosis is sprained left lower leg. And ang sabi din ni Doc Bored, patient is conscious or nakakausap, but it's impossible daw na makabalik siya sa game kasi hirap pa siya makalakad dahil masakit pa rin ang sprain niya. Kaya kailangan muna magpahinga sa UNTV and News and Rescue Ambulance natin. Back to you, Seth.
Okay, Ryan, thank you for the update. Laure was injured earlier in the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Got twisted, got him tied up with
He got hit
Raposo.
when they were up to 20-11.
37-30 is the current count. 3:20 to go. Atienza and Ramitere meet each other. Atienza looking now for help. Sad. Oh,
Wow.
got it.
Just as they worked in practice. 9-point lead. Sadsad with his first 2-point basket today.
Marquez was going one direction. Ayun na naman yung foul ng Ikasal.
That will be 2 free throws. Ulitin ko, mainit na lahat kay Kasal. Tignan mo yung tinutukoy ko. Saan pa siya sa sapat eh.
Palagi ko yung na-point out ng cheerleader ng araw.
Bakit naman?
Yan. Malambing pa siya dyan, direct. Antayin mo pag naglululundag mamaya.
Nakakatuwa eh. Tayo, incidentally, Midas Marquez perfect from the stripe earlier. 5 points for Midas Marquez.
Pero struggling yung 5 points niya na yun.
1 of 11 from the field eh.
Sad libre, lakas. May foul, sumabit si Montesa. Ayan siya.
And that defensive miscue happened because he challenged with the wrong hand. Kaya mababagsakan mo talaga yung shooter pag same hand ang pinang-contest mo. And these players have really played their way to shape, eh?
Well, comparing to ilang months ago, ikaw magaling dyan.
May 6 tayo nag-start eh. Halos 2 buwan na.
Aray ko.
They've been out of sync for most of the way.
Oo nga, no?
Out of sync really.
Ako, it's really a lack of a leader on the floor. Yung director composer conductor rather. They all want to do something, but there's no organization. Samantala, yung aggressiveness nitong Ombudsman is providing scoring sound. There she is, Ronnie.
Now she's seated. Ay, sayang. After umupo yan, no? Nagsisisigaw na.
Fan of the day. Fan of the day siya.
Nakatuwa.
And Almuela will shoot the bonus.
Paras can't afford to be seated for
Too long.
too long dahil Almuela is not really a much of a scoring threat, but when he caught that ball, you noticed that it was only Montesa was in front of him. So that's an overmatch situation para kay Montesa.
Ramitera, Marquez. Marquez has no shooting space. Foul on number 20, that's Tamano. We're exactly at the 2-minute mark. Exactly. First free throw. Ramitere.
6 for Ramitere.
Presiding judge, Municipal Trial Court, Florida Blanca, Pampanga.
Joey Abbott is also at 1 out of 9. Yun pala ang problema, no? 1 of 9 for
Yeah.
Joey,
Yeah.
1 of 11 for Midas.
Ayun.
And Ramoso will give up a shooting foul.
You know, I'm looking at Warren Ibanez. It's the look of coaches when they don't understand why this is happening. It's a common look.
Minsan alam mo yung solusyon eh.
No.
Kaya lang ang hirap i-communicate.
or na-communicate mo nga, hindi naman
Hindi naman
connect.
na-execute. Hindi ka kumukonekta sa players.
Kasi napufrustrate kasi hindi
Init na ang
pumapasok.
ulo.
One, napufrustrate kasi hindi nga mapasok yung tira.
Sobrang kagustuhang manalo, nagkakanya-kanya.
Back to Marquez, who launches. Paras gains it. It circles out.
Home run situation para sa white shirts.
Baseline. May sipa. Mananatili ang bola dyan sa sideline. Markado na rin yung Sanchez. Ano? Ito si Espinal, Sadsad, providing the high pick. Sanchez, Espinal, launches. Oh! Anong masikip?
Doblete. No problema for Espinal. Big scoring game for Espinal. 14 Espinal, 14 Sanchez, 28 of the 43. Real-time total output ng Judiciary Magis.
Yung mga hindi mo ini-expect na papasok, Yabut. Gets it to bite.
It's the hardest shot, but he is able to convert. Only the second field goal today for Joey Yabut. Yabut
I'm sure he'll be thankful for that.
getting a shot on the arm. You talk about his confidence bank.
Oh, but Espinal with a quick answer on the other end, Ronnie.
Leading scorer right now for the white shirts, but Yabut.
And he is going to visit the free throw line.
Let's take a look at that last play again because not only are both players down.
Oh nga, no?
Mukhang may dugo dito. Ayun, sa pool.
Sa ilong ba?
Meron, no?
Ayun, dalawa ang ating... Yung nakahigang nakaputi ang foul eh. Joey Abbott looks really dazed. He could be heading for the locker room. So another lull in the game. Sinong may foul, di ba?
Simple lang, 2 free throws lang ibigay sa ano nila.
Kaso, plakdar na si Joey Abbott. Okay, Joey Abbott is back on the floor. Maybe just needed to spit out the blood, actually. Joey seems wind knocked out of him, but he seems okay. Sino itong nakahiga sa kabila? Si Sadsad ba ito? Okay, we'll take a short break. We'll sort things out. We'll be right back. Okay, let's continue here. We're down to 43.6 seconds. Si Joey Abbott titira ng dalawang free throw. First one on its way. No. Second free throw, no good as well. Action continues. This shot will not work, and Espinal gets the rebound. Ball is loose. It's still in the hands of the Ombudsman. No, Sanchez is there.
Joey Abbott leaking out. Instead of helping out with the rebounding.
Nahihilo pa siguro si Joey.
Last shot, sabi ni Coach Ricky Alcantara. Ayan, 6 na sila sa loob.
Lyson, Sanchez wide open. Not this time though. Ramitera and company are out of time. Low scoring game, 47-37. We'll be right back with the final quarter in this battle for prime position in the playoffs. Okay, balik ko tayo rito. Fourth quarter na. 47-37 Visco. Walang silbi yung mga katabi mo.
Marami.
Walang silbi. Wala.
Akin na yung chichiri.
Nubus. O ano ito? Anong kailangan gawin ng seryoso? Anong kailangan gawin ng judiciary dito?
Keep their mind on the game. Ganun kasimple. Defend every play. Get every rebound possible. And watch the points of attack ng white shirts.
Which are kind of obvious actually.
Transition defense number 1 na kailangan nilang gawin pagka sumaplay sila.
Shot clock problemado.
Nanggigigil sila eh. Kasi
Sino?
liliit eh.
Ryan, go.
Thank you, Seb. Update lang tayo sa nangyari kanina kay Joey Abot at yung number 5 attorney Raymond Rafael Sanchez ng Ombudsman Graft Busters. Sabi ni Doc Borge, nagkaroon siya ng contusion or cut below the right eye, and they already put pressure dressing with cold compress. Then after, they will put Band-Aid. And after the bleeding stops, possible makabalik pa siya sa game. Back to you, Seb.
Yung sadsad ang sinasabi mo. Okay.
Si Rafael.
Si
Ayan,
Rafael. Sorry. Yung
Nilalagyan niya ng pressure yung cut. Ayan, kaya panood ko siya.
Ayun.
Coach Ricky.
Pagdaan ng camera, makikita nyo. Ilalagay niya yung mata niya ng pressure.
Itong team ng Judiciary at ng Ombudsman. Ang tumalo pa lang dito sa mga teams na ito ay isa. At yan ang team ng PNP.
Wala pa tumatalo sa PNP.
Wala pa talaga.
Marquez juggles the ball. Atienza's following his every step. Libre, good line. Just a bit off. There's a follow-up that does not work for Toma Cruz. The small, pesky Ombudsman team just being aggressive here. Sanchez libre. Just a scorer.
And he's the main thorn together with Espinal. Especially after Sec Niquilare was down and out earlier in the second quarter. Look at these two players.
That won't work.
Para sa Atienza, nakakasakit din
Oo. Atienza with 7 points. Yabut. Good cut down the trail. But
Morales done a good job controlling the rebound.
Good point. In the absence of Laura.
Yes.
Libre si Atienza. Shot clock. They've been called twice for a shot clock violation. Hindi na pumasok. Under 8 minutes to go. Yabut running. Nobody running with him. Got a foul.
Kumagat lang si Sanchez, wala na sana mapupuntahan.
(49-37), 7:15 to go in the final push. Joey Yabut. Misses the front end. He'll adjust here for the second. Knocks it in. 11-point game.
Body language not good for Mr. Efficient. Ref 11. 5 rebounds, 3 steals.
Open. Short. Rebound. sumabit. Traveling.
Cruz got away with the foul there on Laison.
The young lady is still on.
Diba, no?
She's a nervous wreck right now. She's doing playboy. She's better than you.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm going to give her a headset. And look at this. She's dying with every judiciary
Ano gusto
basket.
kong sabihin eh. Nakita mo yung passion, yung reaction.
Ryan, tanong mo na nga kung sino chinicheer niya. Natanong mo na, kausapin mo, huwag mo na interview. Kausapin mo lang, sino chinicheeran niya. Alaman ko lang. Chismoso ako eh.
Ako din.
Tama Cruz. In the meantime, Espinal. Aray. Alam mo, ang hirap dumikit to sa paras, ano? Asawa siya ni Atty. Tamano. Ng Ombudsman.
Joey Abbott is a one-man fast break unit. Weapon rather. Para dito sa Judiciary. That is the only way for them to get more points because wala silang makakuha sa kanilang half-court look.
Let's just remind everybody the value of this, the importance of this game. It's second position, no? It's the second spot.
advantage.
The twice to beat because the top two teams will enjoy that. They battled the third and the fourth. We're actually, the dramatis personae is actually complete. Ryan, meron kang gustong sabihin dyan?
Sir, nakausap ko na yung wife mismo ni Attorney Muhammad Akil Tamano. Number 20, siya yung chinicheer ng kanyang wife and of course the whole team. Back to you, sir.
Hindi mo kinuha yung pangalan niya.
Ayun.
Ayun, yan ang... hindi daw ang pangalan. Okay. She's our fan of the day. Alam mo na, masaya ka na?
Yes.
Ito, si Sanchez. Oh! Ball sa taas. Third time for them to be caught with the shot clock.
Kumakapit at nangangagat ang inside defense ngayon ng Judiciary. Outside shots not visible or not permitted right now by that half-court defense. Espinal, Atienza, Sanchez will have to try to take over here in the court because they are under siege by Joey Abbott and company.
And Marquez knocks down the big shot.
Huge triple coming from Marquez.
And his golden touch is there.
No
They
doubt.
need it
No
the
doubt.
most. In the meantime, it's 49-46 minus Marquez. Knocks down the big one. And we'll take a short break. What was once a double-digit lead has now been reduced to just 3. It's 49-46 here in the final quarter. Nagising itong Judiciary, Ron.
Hindi lang gising. Determined effort, making the in-game adjustments, but more than that, defending.
Better, no? Defending.
At saka
better.
nawala na yung pagkapikon nila. Napikon sila eh.
For many different things, no?
Yes.
Better defense.
Siguro nawala na nga si Seknik, hindi pa nila mahabol. Isa yun, di ba?
Traveling. Offensive foul. They give it against Atienza and Sanchez. Sanchez is surprised. I think it's a wrong, mali ang screen. It's a bad pick. Illegal screen. I don't think they use that term anymore. And here's Toma Cruz. Yabut. Ramitere finds the angle. No. Ball in the hands of Atienza. Atienza stops. Espinal. May sumigaw ng behind. Sanchez. The point of attack. Espinal lets it fly. Naaabutan ng shot clock itong no? Itong kupunan ng Ombudsman. What a shot! back.
Here in the fourth quarter, 11 points for the Violet Shirts. Only 2 points for Espinal and the rest of the Ombudsman.
And Ramitere has sprung to life. He has 8 points. Watch this magical shot.
Dial 24 for an important basket. Earlier it was Martas Marquez producing a huge 3-point basket. Now it's the turn of Ramitere with that take-out play. Lead down to 1. Big fourth quarter blast, racing a double-digit deficit. 1 possession lead. Hawak dito ng Graft Busters.
Espinal found a bit of a gap. The shot. Oh, huge clutch basket by Atienza.
Long 2 for Atienza.
Yung Atienza nakaka-point, ano?
Sobra. Saka hindi talaga expected.
Here comes Sanchez trying to control his dribble. Coach Ricky Alcantara says, wait.
Nagbabalik na si Rafael.
Oo. Na-apply na yung phrase.
Tapang din, no?
Oo, sakit yun. Espinal, shot clock down to 6. Ball is lost.
Good solid defense by Paras.
Hindi gumalaw eh.
Shutdown defense.
Without using their hands.
Ang hindi tumaga, ang hindi gumalaw, hindi natin
4.5 minutes and now what is shaping up as a thriller here. Nice pass. Ooh. Tamano with the foul. And Joey Yabut has been through a boxing match today. And Tamano goes away from the game because of 5 personal fouls. But that hurts the Ombudsman. Yabut sinks the first. Ang natitira si Almuela na lang, ika-ika pa.
Kumbaga, a few good men. Para dito kay Coach Ricky Alcantara trying to keep themselves afloat, but there's still a lot of time left. Big fourth quarter.
1-point game.
Right, 14-point quarter already. 13-point quarter rather para dito sa Judiciary. Only a total of 4 points.
Talaga, bumaliktad ng trend, ha?
Oo, mauubusan ka rin talaga dahil nakapitin nila yung third. Binalik si Espinal at Sanchez sa dulo eh. Pero
Ganda ng tira.
galing, ano?
Ganda ng tira.
16 for Espinal. Well, that's 18 for Espinal.
Yung shooting is confidence eh. It's a view in the world that papasok ito. Joey Yabut, aggressive. Almoela with a hand on that ball.
You have to like the effort of Almohela.
Yeah, despite the fact he's really
By
limping.
himself. Lifting.
Yeah, good call. Tough turnover given how close this is. 53-50. Now, these crucial moments, this is where your defense has to kick in. It's he who makes, or the team that makes the big defensive plays that will emerge with probably the lead. Oh, big block that time by Rafael.
Rafael.
Rafael says, why am I bringing the ball? Atienza brings it across. Toma Cruz is in front of him. Double team. Espinal along the sideline and battled. Manages to wiggle open. Downstairs he goes. Sanchez wide open. No. Too strong. They get it back. The good shooters or scorers will never miss 2 in a row from that point.
Gutsy. Fearless. That's why they are still in the lead. Up by 5 at 55-50. Talking about the Graft Busters.
Executive face-off. Nagpapatuloy. Posisyon ang inahabol dito. Napakaingay mo. Gulo-gulo mo. 3 minutes and 1 second remaining. Anybody's ball game pa rin.
Yes. Just a 4-point run earlier para sa White Shirts to diffuse an alarming situation. Ika nga eh. The red flag is up. Oh, big deflection. Big deflection.
Naku. Sanchez. Espinal. Ito yung mga thoroughbreds nila eh. No? Aha, hindi lang
Good contest by Toma Cruz.
nagmadali. Di pa out of the woods. Huli ni Espinal.
Habol pa yun.
Oo, no? Ang lalaki ng hakbang ni Espinal.
Si Ricky tumatawid mo eh.
Oo. Pagbigyan mo na. Mamaya nasa court na. Shot clock. Follow up. Ay, lihis.
Wow, another terrific effort coming from Sanchez and Rafael. Difficult hook shot coming from Marquez.
Yung Rafael, hurt and all, ha?
Tsaka liit.
Actually.
Liit oh. Espinal.
Yan ang
Sa ganitong minuto, parang first quarter pa lang yung dating.
kainis na talaga ko. Nagmamarathon yan. No.
That side was late. Marquez was tagged for a foul. Rafael once again at the right place and at the right time.
Clean block. I don't think we'll see too many goaltending violations here. Hindi naman ganun kalalaki tayo.
Sa amin kasing maliliit, lahat yan goaltender. Yan ang aming self-inflicted.
Parang ano yan eh, parang check ball. Parang check ball sa volleyball, di ba?
Pumalo ka kaysa pagalitan ka ni coach. Oh, check eh.
Check ball. Sa akin doon sa liga niya, si Jem Ferrer ang pinakamaganda. Tingnan dyan. Uy! Dalawa na yan, ha?
Bomba rito, bomba ron.
Close game.
At sigurado nasa highlight reel niya ni Bigang Ryan. Next week, kasama si Ma'am Aini.
Uh-oh. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Judiciary ang bola.
Timeout situation is going to be vital dito sa bandang dulo. 10-10. Sabi ni Coach Ricky, that is their
Ano yan?
zone press alignment. Mukhang 1-2-2.
Ayun, no?
Ayan.
1-2-1-1. Magulo na eh. Hindi na-assemble na maayos ka agad. Aray.
Rafael again out rebounding Joey Abut.
Better position eh.
Saka malapad din siya, no?
Oo. Sama ng dribble ng Espinal.
Ay, binibigay niya kay Sanchez. Mukhang napagod siya.
Oo, no? Sabi mo nga, tumakbo eh. Galing kanto, mula kabilang kanto. Shot clock, 3. Sanchez lusot. Huli siya. 1 second. Natitira sa shot clock. Yep. We have to... Yep, it's okay. No need
L
to-
daw, L. Sabi ni Coach Ricky, L.
Ano yung L?
That's a inbound alignment down the baseline. Gotta take that shot.
That's the 4th that has been called against them. Time out. Back in a moment. Itong laro na ito, mga kaibigan, ay anybody's ball game pa rin. Ang bola ay napunta na sa panig ng Judiciary. Tanungin natin si Coach Ronnie dito. You don't need a 3 right now, no? Babalik ko yung
Well, if
bola.
the situation presents, I'm sure Midas Marquez will take
Titira
it.
yan. Titira yan.
Big fourth quarter para sa kanila. Meron silang kabuang 15 points laban sa tanging 8 ng naghihingalo.
Tagal, no? Tagal nilang marangkada. They wanna go to Marquez. Oh, but the pass is in between. Paras will try to bulldoze his way through. Unsuccessful. Almoelo with a hand on it. Nothing from Ramidere. A foul by Yabut.
13 foul para kila Joey Abot, not yet over the limit. Big defensive stop. Graft Busters, 1 timeout left para sa kanila.
At saka... Timeout si...
Para maitawid na yung bola. Para maitawid na nila.
Okay, we'll take a break as each one has a timeout left.
Hawak ka ng bola. Pag wala, board down mo. Naintindihan, ulitin ko ha. Rafael, good pass tayo ha. Arman. Albert.
Okay, we are down to the last 38.1 seconds. The Ombudsman has led all throughout this game. But suddenly, they are in battle and Aimee is in Pinsen nila.
Ngayon ko lang nakitang nakatukod sa Espinal.
Kasi full throttle siya.
Saka
Ating fan of the day. Siya ang ating barometer dito.
Oo naman. Parang nagdarasal ngayon.
Espinal.
Itong matchup na to, ang ganda eh.
Oh, actually. Duelo.
Nako.
Nako. Ba't ako?
Sabay pa tayo ah. Naging Batanggenyo tayo. Nako.
Alay, ba't ako?
Wow!
Ay, hindi lang pumasok eh.
Alay! Wala bumaba sa depensa ay. Nako. Looking for a 3 ball. Midas Marquez for
Presya.
sure.
Damitere.
Nako, binitawan.
Buti na lang, sabi nila, di masok. Kiabot. Yes, 1 point game, 4.2 remaining. And Ricky Alcantara will use his last timeout para malapit. Well, let's hang on. Let's hang on.
Foul. Pagkatanggap, foul. Tatime out kami. Tatime out pag foul shot. Pero pag wala, guys. Wala na. Pa-foul shot yan. Jojo, pag na-miss yan. Joey, mi-miss yan.
Same Albert. George, dito ka banda. Para ma-set up mo. Tingnan mo. Arman. Alan, geto gagawin na natin. Geto gagawin natin. So, yun na tayo right away. Hindi na gagawin si Alan. Corner. Para kung in-anticipate dito si George, dito siya makaka-open. Pag wala, dito set up mo, labas ka lang dito, hawak ka ng bola. Okay? Guys. Kahit huwag mo ipasa. Bakit? Wala nang 5 seconds. Wala nang 5 seconds violation. Naintindihan natin? Just hold the ball.
Smart reminders coming from Coach Ricky. Unfortunately, this is one of rare times na hindi favorable yung being
Not
at in penalty. As I take a look at Nicky Laure back in the bench.
Sino ang penalty? Ang ombudsman, ano?
Right.
Ang may 3 fouls. Judiciary.
Sina Joey Abot.
1 point din. The inbound is critical. There's that foul. Wala pang free throws.
2.8 pa lang na lang ang natitira.
So ang na-consume was hindi ako magaling sa math.
Ganun din.
It's,
Oh. Carry 1.
alam mo, pareho kayo ni Ryan Gregorio. There's the inbound. And the foul again by Ramitere.
1.7 seconds left. You have the option to make one and miss the other one para wala nang timeout ang kalaban. Decision-making time for Coach Ricky.
Ikaw.
I'll make the first and miss the second. If I miss the first, sorry, but I'll miss the second.
Missed the second na lang.
Hindi ko na sila pata-timeout. But someone has to mark Joey Abot.
Yeah. Buti ang advantage sila, nandyan lang yung bola. Okay, now na-miss yung first. Though you missed the second.
I missed the second. Just have to stay between Joey Abot and the basket.
Yep, it hits the ring. And that'll do it. The Ombudsman sneaking by, surviving the threat of the judiciary, Ronnie.
Well, they won despite only scoring a total of 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Sino ang best player natin?
Best player natin ay walang iba kundi itong si Sanchez at si Espinal who carried this team when Sec Niquilari went down with an injury. Honorable mention goes to Atienza, but Sanchez and Espinal, biggest names today for Coach Ricky Alcantara.
Yeah.
And they have 5 wins right now and just a single loss.
Ryan, go if you're ready. Once you have both players. Espinal, parang hesitant, ano ha? Ryan, go.
Maraming salamat, Seven, Coach Ron. And congratulations sa Ombudsman Graft Buster for winning against the Judiciary Magis. And we have here their two heroes. Actually, the whole team is hero, pero kayong dalawa talaga ang nag-excel po dito sa ating game. Number 23, Attorney Armando Sanchez. And number 10, Attorney George Espinal, ang ating best player of the game. Congratulations, both of you. Fantastic job, sir. And with the absence of Attorney Nicky Laure, mas lalo po kayo nagpursige to win the game. Were you surprised na yung mga tira, yung mga difficult shot ninyo kanina doon on the side, pumapasok?
Pinag-iensayuhan po namin yun kahit na mahirap dahil alam namin na papahirapan kami ng judiciary.
Sir,
well, lagi motivation namin yung pagkawala ni Attorney Nicky. Kaya lahat yung mga shot namin, talagang sabi nga namin, Lord, ipasok mo. Wala si Nicky, tulungan mo lang kami, ikaw na mag-guide sa amin. Yun na lang, every time na tumitira ako, Lord na lang ang sinisigaw ko lagi kami.
very good, sir. Second question ko po, sir. Ngayon, ang standing ninyo is 5-1 and very consistent kayo ngayon, sir, in scoring and sa mga pagkapanalo ninyo. On your next game, ano yung sa tingin ninyong kailangan yung iwasang mangyari para consistent pa rin po na nananalo kayo sa mga game?
Sipag lang ulit. Una-una papasalamat ako sa asawa ko, Maylin Espinal, na sumusuporta at saka sa office namin. Sipag lang kami nananalo sa ensayo, pati sa laro.
Okay.
Siguro yung error namin, yung passing namin, minsan malabnaw yung mga pasa namin kaya nangyayari na susundan ng mga laban. Siguro this time, kailangan namin solid passing, either chest pass or straight pass siguro kailangan namin dito.
Sir, bahala na po kayo. At sure nanonood ang fans sa Ombudsman Graft Busters and they're very happy right now.
Pasalamat kami sa mga empleyadong ombudsman na sumusuporta sa amin, lalo na si Madam Ombudsman Carpio Morales at saka sa mga bumubuo ng sports committee, lalong-lalo na kay Weo Laisor at pati kay Arman, siya nag-organize sa basketball na ito.
Alright, sir. This is our two sons.
Pasalamat din ako una-una kay Lord. Kanina hindi ko alam kung saan ako umuhugot ng lakas. Talagang pinipilit ko na lang na wala na si Iggy. Sabi ko kailangan magdoble ako. Kung 40 minutes, sabi ko kailangan 80 minutes siguro dapat ilaro ko dito para makabuo ako. Pagkatapos, pasalamat din ako sa misis ko nanonood ngayon, sa mga kamag-anak ko, sa Office of the Ombudsman, yung mga empleyado namin yun. Yung dalawang anak ko nanonood ngayon, mga fans ko to, kaya laging supported sa akin. Maraming salamat. Sa UNTV, kay Boss Rason, maraming salamat. Kay Commissioner, maraming salamat.
Anong masasabi niyong dalawa sa daddy ninyo?
Magaling po.
Ikaw.
Magaling siya.
Okay, magaling. And dahil gidan, sila ang ating best player of the game. Thank you so much po sa inyong dalawa. And once again, congratulations sa Ombudsman Graft Buster for winning against Judiciary Magis. Ganyan po ka-exciting dito mga kasambahay sa UNTV Cup Executive Face-Off. Hindi pa po natatapos dito ang ating kasiyahan dahil papasok na po muli ang Game 3, ang banggaan ng DOJ Justice Boosters at Malacanang BSC Camo. UNTV Cup Executive Face-Off. We'll be right back.